You're listening to 102.7 Chop FM, and this is ArtsTalk. Good evening. You're listening to 102.7 Chop FM, and this is ArtsTalk. I'm Dave Peters.
I'm Taylor Koss.
And this program is dedicated to bringing the arts to Newmarket.
To Newmarket.
Not just the musical arts, although there's always plenty of musical artists, but any artist practicing any discipline, whether they're amateur or professional. Mm-hmm. If you are in the arts and want to be on this show, there are a couple of different ways you can get in touch with us. One is to send us an email at newmarketartscouncil@gmail.com.
Or you can look us up on Facebook and write us a message there. You can also check us out on YouTube and listen to all of our past shows.
And don't forget to tune in every Wednesday at 6 o'clock to hear good music and learn what's going on in the arts in Newmarket. Tonight, we are in conversation with Tyler and Luke Morell from Cadillac Blood. Guys, welcome.
Well, thank you for having us.
Guys.
It's a real pleasure to have you guys here. I understand from Taylor that you are from Keswick, yes?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah?
Yep. Just, well, we grew up in the Georgina area.
In the Georgina area?
Varied.
So, close to the lake, were you guys like water babies, that kind of thing?
Oh yeah, you could say that for sure.
I don't think there was a time in the summer that we weren't swimming. Is that a fire drill?
Woo!
Yeah.
Sorry, we gotta find a joke for that fire drill to like make it funny.
Oh, the
in
fire
the show.
drill,
Just
yeah.
Every show we have a fire drill.
This happens every night about
Anyways,
this time.
so-
Sorry to interrupt your vibe.
Is there an attendance
Waiting for
sheet?
Alex.
All right, we gotta go, guys. We gotta go. Just kidding. That's the school bell.
No, it's funny though, because even though Lake Simcoe is enormous, I mean, it's a really big lake. Living here in Newmarket, you don't realize how close you are
It's
to
so true.
essentially cottage country, right?
So true.
You actually don't realize how big it is until you go to the other side of it. Like, it's living on this side, it's like, oh, you can see the other side of the lake. But when you actually go to Innisfil and Barrie and you see the actual atmosphere, it's like, wow, this lake is massive.
The lake in Keswick
We
is
are
the same lake
privileged.
as in Barrie?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God. That is a
So
huge
I think
thing.
Simcoe is 80 miles long or something like that.
I believe it now,
huge.
yeah.
It's a
That's
really
actually
big
insane.
body of
I
water.
didn't know that. I should check up.
So Keswick is changing now with the 404 going up there. A lot of dirt
Rapidly.
moving, a lot of houses being built.
Yeah, there's subdivisions coming out of nowhere in places that you wouldn't think they would ever put houses. But hey, to each his own. I guess building the town culture up in any way that you can is the best way to do it. So
Yeah, well, and then when it costs $1 million to have a house in Toronto, you kind of drive up here to find
Yeah.
something people can afford, right?
yeah, for half the
$5 million
cost, and
in
there's a lake
Newmarket,
right
man.
down the road.
Yeah,
That's right.
so
Although,
expensive.
if you're on the waterfront on Cooks Bay or something, those aren't cheap either.
No.
Well, I know a lot of people right now that are like looking into selling their houses, and houses that were like $200,000, like 20 years ago, are now upwards of $500,000-$600,000, right? So it's kind of insane.
It's happening. It's happening.
Inflation is through the roof.
So the Morell brothers, this is our first brother act that we've interviewed.
It is our first, and I didn't even know. I don't know when I met you, Luke, but
It was like 3 years ago at
I've
the
known-
Jam Spot. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I've known the name Cadillac Blood just from being in the music scene in Newmarket, and I had no idea that it was like a family or a brother project, which is so awesome. I'm so jealous. I wish my sister would learn to play music with me.
Most brothers want to beat the crap out of each other. You guys managed to
Maybe
work
you
together.
do that in the mosh pit, though.
I feel like we had this exact same conversation on Nish. We totally, like, at the beginning stages, there were times where we were down each other's throats, but and it's gonna happen regardless. Like, music's an emotional thing, right?
Yes.
So
And
even if we weren't
opinions,
brothers,
yeah,
exactly.
It's kind of lucky that you guys are brothers because you can get through those like minor, opinions that might be taken too personally.
Differences
You've
in
got a
opinion.
bond
Yeah,
that's
for
stronger
sure.
than.
Yeah, you can't really walk away from your brother.
No, you can't.
How far back does this go? Were you guys playing at a very young age? Take us back to when you were kids.
When we were I started playing guitar when I was 11, and I didn't start playing with Luke till about 3-4 years ago, to be quite
Wow.
honest.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it was be 4 years in January when Cadillac Blood actually
You
started.
picked up an instrument later, Luke? What do you play?
Do you
Yeah,
sing only, or you're
Well, I
play-
started singing. Like, I don't know. I really felt like I needed to do something that was a creative outlet, because I had stopped playing hockey and I started writing, and then we started listening to Volbeat a lot back in 2011, and Tyler's just like, man, we should start a Volbeat cover band. So over the next couple of years, it finally formulated, and we got it done.
That's
right?
awesome.
But
So you guys did it together? Like you started singing with like.
I started singing because he wanted me to.
Perfect. That's
Yeah.
actually so awesome. Good
Yeah.
for you guys.
Yeah,
That's really
it was pretty
cool.
sweet, but-
Yeah.
I'd say if anything has to like tribulate to like what started the band, it was definitely the Pots and Pan band back in like early childhood, right? Like with our buddy Gavin. That was
awesome.
yeah, that was the best. You know,
Rocking out to Nickelback.
yeah.
bit ashamed to say that, but you know.
Okay.
Alice Cooper and Nickelback. It was a weird combination.
Alice Cooper and Nickelback.
It was a weird combination.
Chad and Alice. It'd be interesting to have beers with Chad Kroger and Alice Cooper.
Yeah, seriously,
Definitely.
right?
Alice doesn't drink anymore, but
No, he can't do
Well,
that.
I'm sure he'd have a nice cup of tea with you.
he did, yeah, or coffee maybe.
Yeah.
So Tyler, you were playing in bands from the age of 11 onward?
No, I've only been playing in bands for about roughly the same time, right? Before I was in Cadillac Blood, I was in a band called Upon the Hourglass. We were slightly heavier, if you will, like a bit more like.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like growly
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool, okay. What kind of music? Oh, sorry.
No, I
Dave.
was just going to
Sorry.
say, how did you do that? Were you the vocalist in that band?
No, I play guitar. Over the years, I just kind of learned how to actually move my diaphragm and whatnot.
Good,
I
good.
guess.
Yeah, so you do
But-
like backup vocals, or you guys do
Yeah.
share leads?
Yeah.
Oh, we're
do
actually
backup vocals.
we're working on trying to share leads a little bit, and
Nice.
with the music that we're writing right now, it's kind of turning into like a more progressive stage. So we're adding more elements and having Tyler's voice and like actually understanding what our vocal ranges are and who we are as vocalists has made it a lot easier to actually distinguish what parts we're going to sing individually and what parts we're going to harmonize together. right?
Awesome.
So-
Yeah, it's really important to like get to know your voice a little bit, even as like, yeah, I've been singing since like longer than I can remember, and it's been the last couple of years too, where I'm focusing on diaphragm stuff or, you know, getting to know your ranges and everything. That's a really, really important thing to become a better singer.
It's all about the push.
yeah. And sometimes it's not about that. Sometimes it's about the subtle sort of, or I don't know what the right word is, softer singing, or
Right,
to
more
do
restrained.
different emotions and feelings, all that.
Yeah, and fundamentals and techniques start to become important to you when you want to get better.
Next level,
I find,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you feel like you
Yeah.
need to do something to move ahead.
Yeah.
And that's the old saying about when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I think that's really what that is about. When you
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
the need to get better, you go looking for ways to do
Exactly.
that, right?
That was the best way you could have put it, man.
It's like, whoa, all right.
Awesome.
Walking away with a little bit of
I've seen a bit
inspiration.
there.
right?
So my question before we talked about this was, I guess sometimes people hate this question, but what kind of genre do you guys classify Cadillac Blood as? A certain type of genre? Like, what would you describe your band like to other people that might not have heard it before?
No genres, only music, I
Nice.
guess.
Okay.
You
Cool.
know?
So just label free.
We like to play in as many creative ponds as we possibly can and just make epic puddles.
All right.
You know?
Okay, well,
Epic
let's attack that from a
puddles.
different angle. When you started playing, were you playing covers when we started playing together?
Well, they said Volbeat, right?
Yeah, we were
That's a
really
band.
well. We still are like really heavily into Volbeat, right? Over time,
Volbeat is God.
I guess we just
That's the genre.
started writing
God.
songs that somewhat sounded like Volbeat, and we went from there. Essentially,
Cool, yeah, that's awesome.
So, do you know Volbeat?
I don't. I feel like I've read the name online.
Yeah, but I have no idea who that
couldn't
is. You have to
tell ya.
forgive me.
You should check out their latest album, Seal the Deal and Let's Boogie. It's a good place to start, that's for sure. But
Cool.
definitely go back and check out their discography if
And
you
they're
get the
like a
opportunity.
well-known band. They're not like a local band around. here or
Huge
anything?
Danish metal band. Well,
Okay.
I guess their Elvis metal is what they've been
Elvis
classified
metal.
as. Yeah. If you've heard Michael Polson's voice,
Interesting.
if you're a connoisseur in that type of music, you will gratefully appreciate
I will
what this
check this
man
out.
is
he
doing.
is God.
Literally.
You did call them God, so I might
So,
have to check this out.
Luke, let me just make sure I heard you correctly. You said Elvis metal?
Elvis metal, yeah.
Elvis metal. We've heard of Celtic punk metal.
I don't know if you
Folk
guys have
metal.
Outlaw metal.
the licensing or anything to do this, but you should totally
Elvis
play
metal.
some Volbeat if you get the
So
opportunity.
he's got a
on
voice
here.
like Elvis,
Oh yeah,
and they play metal.
Yeah,
crunchy,
picture
sludgy.
if Elvis fronted Metallica.
I can't
Literally-
you gotta
literally
metal
exactly
beat in
that
the
right
background.
there.
Oh, I can't. I don't know.
not drafted.
No. I'm not. That was an Elvis. Okay, anyways.
Not good. Please don't.
I want you to get okay.
At least
it
you're
was
having fun
better
with it,
than
right?
AC/DC though. So okay, anyways.
So at what point when you were covering Volbeat did you decide to start writing your own stuff? Did that kind of happen?
Almost like within weeks, to be quite honest. You know, it was
Wow.
just like, man, I got this cool riff, you know? And he's like,
Like
yo,
a
I got these
lyric.
lyrics. Well, let's write the song, you know? And we literally just
That's
took
how
off
we
from
got
there.
Goat.
That's where Go
what a
came from.
perfect segue, right?
Nice segue to go.
Thank
so
you.
was this the first tune you guys wrote together?
This and Traversing Dead were the very first songs that me and Tyler wrote as Cadillac Blood. Yes.
Awesome.
Well, why don't we give a listen
Yes.
to
I
I
Go
think we should do that.
by Cadillac Blood on 102.7 Chop FM. Goat by Cadillac Blood on 102.7 Chop FM. You're listening to Arts Talk. I'm Taylor Koss.
I'm Dave Peters.
And we are in conversation with Luke and Tyler Morell from Cadillac Blood. I love that drum fill at the end. So why don't we talk about who else is in the band? Because that was the nice double kick drum, a little bit of work there. Who else is in Cadillac Blood?
We got Nolan Sherman on the bass, and for these recordings, we had Jackson Dart on drums.
Jackson.
Awesome.
All local Keswick people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's excellent. A lot of talent up in Keswick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does Keswick have a music scene? Like, do you guys have other bands
man,
up there?
the
Out
harbored pool of talent that lives in Keswick is unbelievable. And that's just to touch on that briefly. We are embarking on a journey in the youth entrepreneurship program, taking Cadillac Blood to a professional level and registering it as a business called Kinetic Media Arts. And what we're trying to do is exactly what you guys are doing with ArtsTalk, and connect artists on all levels in a social hub and somewhere where they can go and express themselves creatively and use as an outlet.
Good for you.
And also some sort of like environment where they can go practice and write music.
Nice.
Because, you know,
So, like, sort of a jam spot sort of thing, but it's
in
also a
an
media
essence,
center?
yeah.
Wow, that would be amazing.
Exactly,
Yeah.
a media center is exactly what it is. We're working on funding right now, and we're trying to get as many people on board as we possibly can just to make the process a little bit quicker and evolve into
Yeah.
the dream that we have seen, right?
So Keswick based, that's what you're thinking?
100%.
Yeah?
Like
Awesome.
we grew up in Georgina. The town gave us so much, so it would be our honor to give back to the community, right?
Wicked. Good for you guys.
That's what it's all
I really
about.
hope that goes well. And yeah, let us know whatever happens. We will promote that for you as much as we can. So
Hell yeah.
very
That's
cool.
nice, guys. And
Yeah.
so, how do you find the area for performance space and welcoming original acts? Is it good up in the area?
It's quite welcoming, actually. Like we've played a few of the bars. I don't know, Tyler, you should touch on your experience with this, because I talk a lot, but...
Well, when we played Offsides, we've played it a few times now, I do believe, and both times, like, we've gotten a great response, like, both nights. Like, the first night, it was packed, like, wall to wall, you
No
know,
kidding.
front to back. It was amazing, you know, like, even, like, old drunk biddies were getting off their seats and, like, dancing, you know? Like,
We love those old
it
drunk
was amazing.
babies.
Like, I couldn't believe it.
Oh my
Just-
god.
The demographic of people that you see in the bars in Keswick, you wouldn't expect to respond the way that they did to our music. Is we were always under the impression that they were going to think we were too heavy, or it was just like too attackful, you know, it's like too upfront, right?
Or even out of our time, you know? Like, I don't know.
We've heard that we
Yeah.
we look like we look and we sound like we stepped out of a time machine from the 80s. So, you know,
Don't you love that?
it's a great
Oh, it's-
compliment.
oh, yeah.
I thoroughly enjoy it, because I truly believe I was born in 1950 and my soul lived, you know, like just through the
I
times.
wish
Makes me
that
feel
that
like
was
I'm living life the
possible.
right way, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I think the sound is heavy, but there's groove. It's not speed metal kind of.
It's also got a classic Southern sort of vibe to it a little bit. I find that there's
Yeah.
not Southern, it's not the right word maybe, but
I mean, we did grow up in Southern Ontario. So.
oh yeah, like we're pretty Southern Ontario around here.
When you say Southern rock, you're talking about like
Like
St. Catherine's.
I was gonna say like ACDC. No, I'm just joking. It doesn't really sound like ACDC, but yeah, it's got this vibe that like I don't know who to compare it to. So that's a good thing though, because I can't.
And your voice sounds great. Did you take any training?
I've never taken a vocal lesson in my life, and I wish that I have, because, you
Never
know,
too
it's
late.
well, and that's the thing. I've done a lot of things wrong, and it's been a painful experience, but it was
Oh.
totally worth it, because I wouldn't have got this far if it wasn't for self-sacrifice
And you learn, right?
perseverance, right? And teaching yourself to do anything is a very like rewarding experience. You know, it leaves a lot more room for growth in your overall life, right? So.
Yeah, if you have drive and desire,
Yes.
then the rest generally looks after itself. But especially with the vocal cords, you can do some bad
Yeah, you can
stuff
damage.
if you're not
Oh, yeah,
careful.
for sure.
Especially if
Oh,
you're
most
really giving it
definitely.
in a.
Especially at a young age, like a lot of vocal
Heavy.
compression later on in life will really mess you around.
It really
you know,
will. I
like,
mean, that's soft tissue, and you can mess that
guys
up.
like James Hetfield, Corey Taylor, you know, they've experienced that kind of stuff, and I don't know. Fortunately, they got their voices back, but
Yes, I think it was Avenged Sevenfold that I read about this guy. I think it was Avenged Sevenfold, where he had to have vocal surgery in the middle of like a tour, or maybe at the
Wow.
end of a tour or something. You know that band, right?
Yeah.
Really
Matt
like
Shadows, yeah.
screamo, hardcore, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so when you're singing that sort of music, oh yeah, it's great that you haven't done any damage. I'm really glad.
I mean, like,
It's
I'm
really
sure I
impressive.
have, but we've been fortunate enough to work around those things. It's like,
Good.
if we booked like shows back 3 years ago when we first started, we played shows like every weekend, right? So, but there was a time where like I moved out, I was on my own, and it was hard to get to band practice and everything.
Sure.
So I had a lot of time to actually research and grow and develop and understand what it was like to actually be a singer and
Good.
professionalize.
So you
if
like
will.
took the time where you couldn't practice with your band to literally just improve, like practice on your own.
Mhm.
That's great. That's a lot. That's really disciplined.
Mhm.
It is.
I probably just would watch Grey's Anatomy for like 3-4 weeks. Just kidding, not really.
I think a lot of that came
Um,
from, well, just playing hockey and everything, but also watching Tyler for 11 years just sit in his room and do nothing but play guitar. Not because he had no choice, but because that's all he wanted to
Yeah,
do, right? So
good.
I just wanted to get better and, you know, become great.
Yeah.
You know, like
That's how you do it, right?
the greats, you know, I don't know. I was always told that, you know, the only way you're going to be like that is if you sit in your room all day and just play and play and play
Yeah.
and practice and improve. So that's just what I wanted to do.
You want to be able to play that in your sleep, right?
I want to be like Dimebag Darrell, Kirk
Yeah,
Hammett,
yeah.
you know?
who wouldn't?
Hopefully different outcomes, though, because that was
Yeah,
sad.
no, yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
we
Very
should
tragic.
listen to another song. You think we should?
I don't know. What do we need to know about Cassandra?
Well,
She's
it's
a nasty
inappropriate.
woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
He said it. He
Nasty
said
woman.
it. PG.
That reminds
yeah.
me of Donald Trump. She's a
Let's
nasty
let-
woman.
Maybe we'll
We
let the audience
dedicate,
decide
we
then.
dedicate this next song to Hillary Clinton. This one's for you, babe.
All right.
Oh.
This is Cadillac Blood with Cassandra on 102.7 Trop FM. Cassandra by Cadillac Blood on 102.7 Chop FM. You're listening to Arts Talk. I'm Taylor Koss.
I'm Taylor Koss. I don't know who you are.
Oh, who am I? I have an identity
I just want to
crisis.
throw a fast one at you.
Identity- You're very bad. And we are in
We are Arts Talk.
Taylor and Taylor are in conversation with Tyler and Luke Morrell from Cadillac Blood. So
I have to say she got the better end of the Taylor deal.
I never made that joke
know.
before.
Luke, I'm not going to take that personally.
I love you, Dave Peters. He's Dave Peters. He's not Taylor Koss. So yeah.
I want to talk about this recording. This is the first time you guys committed anything to a recording, with the stuff we're listening to right now. Did you
Yeah.
record that locally?
With Graham Shaw at Knick Knack Studios.
I love Graham Shaw.
Yeah, he's great, dude.
He did mixing for me. He's such a talented guy.
Mm-hmm.
That recording studio is amazing. Did you get to use his instruments? I guess you don't want to, but
I don't know if I did personally. Like,
Well, you got to use his
I
vocal
got to use
booth,
his
right?
microphones, but
his vocal booth is really, really nice. Really nice. I love
it,
working in it.
it is great, and I think one of the best experiences about it is when you go there, he doesn't just, okay guys, let's start recording. It's like he takes the time to get to know you, and he reaches out to you on a personal level before you even step into his studio, and he wants to know what you want, and he makes what you want a reality, right? So
Totally.
What a great
that's
skill.
why he's
Very
a wizard.
talented.
What a great talent.
Mm-hmm.
to be
Wizard's
able
a
to do
good
that.
word because
So that's a
The beard.
facilitation.
Yeah, he kinda
job,
looks like a wizard.
Right? I mean, he must have musical talent himself.
oh yeah, he's a really good drummer, percussionist. His whole family's I think percussion family, right?
Yeah, they own Shaw Percussion as
Yeah.
well.
But
Really
that
good guy.
that gig isn't imposing your view on things. It's facilitating it
Yeah.
from the other musicians to make it happen for them.
Mm-hmm.
What a fantastic thing to be able to do. You know, especially if you're making a living at it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
100%.
You know.
So how many did you record? Was it a 5-song, like an EP or something along that line?
It was a 4-song EP, but one of the songs we're not going to be able to play tonight because it's a little inappropriate for the radio.
Got
Sorry,
some
guys.
swearing in it. But if people wanted to look it up, how could they hear this inappropriate song?
SoundCloud.com/CaddyBlood.
Awesome.
You can also find it through our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/CadillacBlood.
Awesome.
What about the name?
Another Volbeat reference.
Oh,
Really?
Is it?
Yeah.
It's a lyric of his? Or
It's,
theirs?
It's one of their albums. I'm going to let Tyler explain this.
So when we first started our band, we didn't know what to call it, and I thought we should call it 7 Shots after one of the Volbeat songs, right?
Okay.
And then we thought we could come up with something more clever or better, right? So we were all just pondering, throwing thoughts at each other, and I was like, wait, I got it. It's like, what if we call ourselves Cadillac Blood, which is half of one of their album titles, Guitar Gangsters and Cadillac Blood. And everyone seemed to love it, so it was like, all right, that's it. We'll go with that, you know?
Cool.
And with Puff being the guitar gangster that he is, it just happened to fit very well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Who does the songwriting in the band?
I guess we do it together.
Yeah.
I write the music, he writes the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
If anyone else in the band wants to have input, by all means, you know?
Nolan and I have written a lot, or have wrote a lot of songs together. I've written, I don't know. It all works, but yeah. We spend a lot of time actually together creating music as much as we do individually. So there's a good flow of music coming out, and well, that will be coming out soon. And we're actually in the process of laying down some pre-production right now. So it's an exciting process. It feels like we're actually becoming more developed as musicians because we're sitting down playing with recording equipment. Like when we were kids, we didn't have tools like GarageBand and like
No, we had like
tape recorders.
Yeah. Pause,
Chris
record.
playing record.
Or try to remember it, you know?
I remember that,
Like, it's
yeah.
nice to have something you can go to instead of just having all your material, like, stored in your mind, essentially, you know? Like, eventually you're going to forget it.
I could never
Unfortunately.
like make my way around recording programs before, but once I started working
Yeah.
in production, I was just like, okay, this is a lot simpler than I made it out to be. I just
Good,
need to sit down
cool.
and do some research, you know?
That gives me hope because sometimes I jump on those programs and I'm like Audacity or something. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna record on my iPhone and I'm good to go.
Another
So-
good tip from Graham Shaw, check out Reaper. Just
What,
type
Reaper?
in Reaper Audio,
Oh, okay.
and you'll find
Thank
it's
you.
direct download. It's a free program, but well, it's a 60-day licensing trial, right? And
Okay.
then after the 60 days, it's like a $60 one-time payment. So
Okay.
totally
Pretty
worth it.
cool. Good. Yeah. Thank you for
Multi-track
that.
recording.
Reaper Audio.
So do you
Very
plan to
cool.
record the next one with Graham in his studio?
100%. We're actually working on it right now. We've been meeting with him a lot over the last few weeks, setting stones and building a good pathway to success for this this record that's coming up. So
Very cool.
Good for you. And is there a longer range plan?
there is, but I don't think I want to like get into it too much right now because like we're setting the like Stones to take a tour this spring, I guess you would say, starting in April. Hopefully, if not, we're gonna push it to May and tour through June, just through Canada.
Cool.
And then I have to wait for a couple more things to clear up before we can go into the States, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna.
Big work, a lot of work to get into.
Oh, exactly.
Any other country, I guess.
But I guess if you wanted to generalize it, the main goal over the next couple of years is just tour as much as we can and record as much of the music that we have written as possible because we have a lot and you need to hear it.
Good.
Do you have management?
That's actually another thing. We're kind of independently managed right now. I do a lot of the booking myself and like just emailing constantly. A lot of
A lot of
sleepless
your
nights.
promotions and stuff
Yeah.
seems to be you guys doing it yourself,
Yeah, a lot-
which is really cool.
A lot of the
right?
business stuff, I guess, does fall back on him. Like, we'll
Yeah.
sit down, we'll talk about it, we'll throw ideas back and forth. Like, no decisions get made without him coming to me first and being like, is this okay? I'm like, yeah, sure, go
Oh,
ahead.
that's awesome. That's
Mhm.
great that you guys are like a team like that.
It has to be some sort of like there has to be equal input, right? Because if I was just to come up with ideas and be like, guys, we're doing this, then I would have been kicked out of the band a long time ago. Because I'm not Dave Mustaine, and
That's a really good attitude.
and I don't want to go make
Yeah.
Mega Blood because that wouldn't be fun. But
Yeah,
yeah, sorry, Dave.
If Dave's listening.
Yeah, clearly he's not. but
Dave's not
let's be
here, man.
real, yeah. That was a bit of a stab. I love Megadeth. That was mean. But yeah, so I don't know. We're really excited to finish the record and let you guys hear it. So we're working as hard as we can. And like I said, a lot of sleepless nights and endless hours working. And it's totally worth it. So,
Good.
if I have black eyes, it's not because I got punched out. It's because I probably haven't slept in 4 days and I've drank more coffee than any human should
We
ever
hope that
consume
you
in a lifetime.
Have slept at least 8 hours in the past 48 hours.
I usually do sleep pretty regularly, like every couple of days. but
Okay, well.
Is that how you write, though? You go on binges?
it just happens. Sometimes I can't stop, I guess like, you pick up a pen and you're like, oh man, now I got a novel, and like, who's going to publish this? It's like,
Really?
Good for you,
Yeah,
though.
it
Like,
happens.
it's better to have too
disturb
much
Tyler's
than...
sleep when you do that? Say, hey, dude, I got some great lyrics. And he goes, dude, it's 4 a.m.
oh, I've often wanted to, but he is a bear to wake up. So I don't.
If it was something like that, I probably wouldn't care as much, because usually I'm like, I don't want to go to sleep because I'm so excited just to get up the next day and go back to work and just, get it done,
Really?
I never want to stop, but you have to, or else you're just gonna die.
Yeah.
I have a little question. Like, I know this is kind of off topic, but I'm looking at like your playlist here. Can you play any of those songs? while we're doing
Well,
this,
if you
or
want
is
to
that-
play your song to be the last song, then no.
Okay, no, I was just
This
curious.
he's asking about our radio program, which is super cool.
Because I see you got the new Green Day track on there, and it's
Oh.
amazing. So I was just, that'd be
So
wicked
if you guys
play
want to
that.
hear the new Green Day track after Cadillac Blood later on in the evening,
Stay tuned.
make sure you stay tuned to 102.7. Thanks
Yeah.
for that promotion, Luke.
No problem.
So you did talk about having some new songs, and we are, we understood going into this that you were going to play some acoustic songs
Yeah,
for
we
us
totally are.
live on the
Yeah.
air.
Yeah, this would be a good time to do that.
Yeah,
to-
we got a couple, 15, 20 minutes
Yeah,
left of the
well,
show.
we
so
like to
feel
get
like we
ready
can
for the
talk
news,
about
too, at 7.
yes,
so
the news is 7 o'clock sharp, so
so we need to get out of
we're
here.
mindful of our timing these
before that
days.
happens. We don't want to get yelled at by
Hold
the
on,
news
Mike,
team.
just-
Yeah, these kids, they yell at us real bad.
Pardon me?
We're not going to have to plug this in, and the mic will just...
No, the
Yeah,
mics will pick
yeah,
up
you're
just
good,
fine.
you're good, yeah.
I think battery's dead.
No,
Yeah.
it's all acoustic here. We got no plugins.
Cool beans.
We are natural and organic
It's all
here at
organic.
ArtsTalk.
That's right. It's all about the
I'm Dave Peters.
And I'm Taylor Koss. And we're listening to Tyler Morrell tune his guitar here on ArtsTalk. It's all organic and live.
So maybe we
Thank
should
you,
talk
guys.
to
I'll
the
be
audience
excited.
about...
Your upcoming birthday
Yes,
show.
that's a perfect...
This could be
Oh,
yeah,
thanks,
nice.
Dave. Okay, so I'm making my big announcement on the radio right now. My name is Taylor Koss, and I play in a band called Hysterics and Rubella, and I'm also part of ArtsTalk. And my birthday is December 12th, and I'm gonna throw a wicked, epic show at the Grey Goat December 10th, Saturday night. The bands that are playing will be The Reddies, Mitt Power Trio, Hysterics, and Letterbomb.
Let her
That's amazing.
Thank you, right? That's what I thought.
Josh Gottlieb, the return
Yeah.
of Josh Gottlieb.
Yeah, so Josh is going to
Frasier
be...
coming back too?
Well, we'll have to ask Josh. I'm not sure. I don't really know Frasier that well, but I've heard many good things about him. So I'm hoping. Anyways, yes. So Mid Power Trio, the Reddies, Hysterics, and Letter Bomb, December 10th at the Grey Goat, $5 cover. My birthday. It's gonna be a wicked night. So
If you're not there,
you square.
then you're square.
No, I might understand if you have a good excuse, but
I know this is like totally last minute and terrible, but is there any way I could get some water quickly?
Water.
Or is that like a hard resource?
Men's
to
room's
find
just out the door.
Is it actually?
Yeah,
I don't
just-
care. I'll
just-
put my head under the
yeah,
closet.
we're
right around the
yeah,
Be back in
okay.
2 seconds.
This is what happens when you're live on the air.
So
and
we'll talk to
you-
Tyler. You
yeah.
can move it in
I'm
there.
coming back
And now,
over
what
here.
are you planning on playing for us?
We're gonna play one of the songs that's gonna be on the new record called Crow's Nest.
Okay. About the bar here in Newmarket?
No, I
What's
actually
this Crow's
didn't
Nest
even know
mean?
there was a bar here in Newmarket.
Called
really
Crow's
cool.
Nest? You didn't know that?
Yeah,
Is there symbolism behind Crow's
It's
Nest?
the pirate's ship.
Um,
Crow's Nest up top.
there is, but I don't know it. Luke kind of came up with that.
Cool. All right.
Yeah,
And you're recording
I feel
it
like
with Graham Shaw. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
yeah.
you. Very cool.
Now that Luke's out of the room, we could talk about it.
Oh my God, let's do it.
Who's older, you or him?
He's older.
He's older.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's older by like 18 months, I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other siblings in the family?
We got a younger sister.
And does she play as well?
No, no, she's a hockey.
Is she a
hockey
fan?
girl.
She's a
Yeah.
fan of Cadillac Blood?
I would hope so.
We hope so. We all hope
I mean,
that
she's
she is.
seen us play and she was like, "Oh my God, I didn't know you guys were that good." And I was
Oh,
like,
that's
"Well,
nice.
thanks, I guess." Coming from a Justin
Awesome.
Bieber fan, so you know.
That makes you feel good, right?
Yeah.
That's excellent. And so Luke used to be a hockey player too, though, eh? You had to give that up? You got too old?
Yeah.
He's not old.
I played hockey for 17 years. And
Wow.
It was a great time, but I just had to move on and do something more.
It's interesting that you said you were looking for another creative outlet after hockey. So hockey was a creative outlet for you, though, at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played, like, I was on the ice 4 times a week at
Were
least.
you really?
Right? Yeah.
You forward?
and constantly training, yeah.
Yeah, you goal scorer?
I was a well-rounded player. I scored a fair amount of goals. I usually didn't have a less than 20 goal season, right? So
Nice. But you could play D?
20 goals in 30 games is pretty good, right?
That's way good.
Mhm.
You ever think about making a living at that?
There was a thought or a time when the thought crossed my mind. I went to World Hockey Center when I was like 13, and I really got into a good training program, but unfortunately it was too expensive to maintain.
It is a
and
very expensive sport.
going out to all the AAA tryouts and everything, and it's really exhausting because I was missing out. I don't know. I almost missed out on opportunities to play on my local teams because I had to go to AAA tryouts, and then I took opportunities to play local hockey instead of going to AAA tryouts that I should have went to. So I took the wrong path, and at the end of it, I realized that I wasn't NHL caliber. So why try to make a living out of something and not just play recreationally and have fun with it, and then go do something that actually is something that I could follow and maintain
maybe make a
as
living at.
right? Like,
Yeah.
arts is a good career for anybody.
And it
Right.
doesn't matter how old you get.
Oh, exactly.
It's
And there's
a-
multiple ways to make a living off of it that you don't actually have to break people's bank, right? So.
Or get punched in the face.
Yeah, I don't mind that. That's
All right,
Part of the
so
game.
we are going to go with an acoustic version here
Mhm.
off the new record.
Oh,
yeah.
getting all
It's all right if I stand up. Like this mic's pretty good.
Yeah, we're going to actually put all of the
we're
mics
gonna
towards
point
you.
the mics in your direction.
So this is Cadillac Blood. What's the song called? I just missed you saying that. Sorry.
Crow's Nest.
Crow's Nest.
Yeah.
Crow's Nest by Luke and Tyler Morrell from Cadillac Blood, 102.7 Drop FM.
The beds are burning, I can sleep at night. Toss and turn cause the pillow's cold. Nightmares destroy my mind. I sold my soul for rock and roll. The fantasy is over now. The truth has reached my high. A wave of innocence was washed out by the lies. Cunning are the action of a spoiled child. Daddy's little princess and she's living in the now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Restless nights, can't go to bed with broken glass when severed hair. Oh, cutting all the action of a spoiled child. Daddy's little princess living in denial. One is one too many. Only so much you can hide. Extinguished all your pity. Smoke and mirrors are easy to find. Cutting all the actions of a spoiled child. Daddy's little princess living in denial. One is one too many. Only so much you can hide. Extinguished all your pity. Smoke and mirrors are easy to find. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh. So,
Woo!
whoa.
Yeah!
Luke and Tyler Morrell with Grey Goat. No,
No,
Crow's
that's
Nest.
Crow's Nest.
That's the other bar.
The other bar.
That's the other bar.
Crow's Nest by
Crow's
Cadillac
Nest
Blood
By
acoustic.
Cadillac Blood acoustic
I
version.
couldn't help. I wanted to sing along harmonies.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah.
Oh, you should have, man.
I
That
did
would
for a
have
little
been
second, so you might hear it in the recording.
That'd be
Not
great.
bad if you.
I think that's a sign of a nice hook, though, that you're singing
100%,
along with it
yeah,
halfway
it's
through the song.
catchy and
That's
it's
really
a good
good,
hook.
yeah.
Wicked guitar
Nice
playing,
picking
man.
there, Tyler.
Holy
Yeah,
crap!
Really, really nice.
Seriously, like I find that it looks so difficult. I don't know how to guitar solo at all, but I find that watching someone solo on an acoustic guitar looks so much harder than on an electric guitar.
It definitely
So
is, for
really
sure.
good
Yeah.
Yeah.
job
Coax
doing
that
that.
sound out a little harder.
Yeah.
There's
Your
not
fingers
much-
don't slide as nice, like,
and
you know.
sustains, right? Like doesn't,
Yeah,
like,
oh yeah, with the distortion, the
Yeah.
overdrive, you know, you can get away with sound or
Yeah.
making or
little bit.
hiccups, I guess,
Yeah.
you know.
Exactly. No,
Yeah.
you did really, really good. Really good.
Yeah,
Both
it
of you
sounded
guys, really
terrific.
good.
Yeah, really, really great stuff.
Thank you,
Awesome.
thank you.
We are getting near out
We are
of
getting
time,
close to it, so-
why don't we make sure everybody again knows where to find the music and anything you got? Did we talk about where you're going to be
We
playing?
did, but let's refresh people's
let's
memories
refresh
for
people's
the
memories,
people
but where they
who
can see
are-
you and where they can find your music.
Yes.
All right, next week we are playing Friday night at the Fox Lounge.
Lounge.
Get ready for Foxy Fridays.
Yeah.
We love the
I
Fox
love
Lounge.
that. Yeah.
We'll be playing with the Hot Carls and Radio Free Universe, sorry.
Cool.
If
Very
you
cool.
haven't heard of them yet, go check them out. They are awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I was gonna say something else, but
Awesome as bleep.
Yeah.
So you guys are playing in Barrie this upcoming Friday. Any other shows coming up other than that?
No.
All right.
yeah,
so
it's November 11th, Remembrance Day. We're
Awesome.
playing in
So-
Barrie, and that's
where can they find you online for shows in the future and maybe to find your music online?
Give us a like on Facebook, and you can listen to our tunes anytime at soundcloud.com/Cadillac Blood. You can also download them if you'd like to listen to them on a regular day basis. So feel
Perfect.
free to do that.
Yes, yes.
And this is kind of like a work in progress, but we are, like I said, laying down the pre-production for what we're doing with our new record and everything. So if anybody wants to listen to it, if you want to like check it out, you're more than welcome to come hang out once in a while and just send us a message and set up a time. We'd love to write with anybody, and we'd love to feature any bands on upcoming tracks that, you know, if you got an idea or you just want to come share some ideas, let's write some music together.
Cool,
Basically what I'm
nice,
trying to
yeah.
say.
Build the community, yeah. Like, let's help
Fantastic.
each other. and
Music
let's
is
be
the
there for
global
each
language
other.
that unites us all.
100%. 100%. That's awesome. What a good way to end this episode of Arts Talk
Yes,
this
indeed.
week.
So who do we have next week, Jelly?
Next week, what's the date next week? What date
it'll
is?
be
Oh,
7 days
Lucy.
from
We
today.
have Lucy from Barrie, who's actually she's been skyrocketing the past year. Of you see her name in Toronto, Newmarket, Barrie. Yeah, she's an acoustic artist, but very, very talented. Very, very cool. So you'll enjoy it. I know you will.
Lucy, you got some splaining
Lucy
to
of
do?
Fire. That's Lucy of Fire. I just know her as Lucy, but
Nice,
that's
nice.
her.
Okay. So
Yes.
our sincere thanks to
Yes.
Tyler and Luke Morell. Guys, thank you
Thank
so
you
much
guys.
for coming
Thank you.
out.
It was
Hey,
our pleasure.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you
Love
for
the
having
sound,
us.
and we wish you guys the best of luck. And do come back when you got the new material.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we'd love to play it here and let everybody hear it.
Awesome. Thanks.
Hopefully to see
Definitely.
you again soon. Thanks a lot for coming down.
Thanks for
And
having
thank you
us.
for listening. We're going to take you out of here with one more from Cadillac Blood. This is called On My Own from ArtsTalk on 102.7 Chop FM.